trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, we're going to take a look here at the E-mini S&P. This is where we were here on the 20th. Remember, there was our low here on Friday. There was our low here on Sunday. They came almost identical. But look, they both hit the 382 retracement twice last night. This was at, you can see, 4 o'clock in the morning, New York time. And looked like it was getting ready to really collapse. But here was the opening right here. And what was it doing at that time? Just a beautiful double ABCD, as you can see, the ABCD to the downside, stopping exactly at the 78% level. Let's just get it up here and take a look at it. And there it is, almost to the exact tick, and it took off. Now, here's what's exciting, because, you know, I look at these artificial intelligence things that I've looked at, and this is what was going on as we were hitting that number in the E-mini here, right there at that 786 with that ABCD. That's where the bottom should have come in, right on the open, which there was the open right there. There was the low, and it's been rallying ever since. Of course, it's backed off a little bit from the high that it made at 60. It tried to make a 61% retracement of the move, but we were not able to do it. Now, I look at markets from a lot of different perspective, and when I see a market that can move like the Dow Jones has done, you have to really respect it because of, hold it, let me get these charts back up so we can talk about them. By the way, I mentioned that pattern in the crude oil because this is a legitimate ABCD pattern. It's a it hasn't reached the price level yet, but there it is right there. You have to take this high out, folks. That's what you want to look at. The old high here was 79, so we should take that out, and we might get a little bit higher than 85, but that's a legitimate ABCD, and they're going to be going for these stops right back here. And if you sell it at that say at 80, let's do it at 81 just for kicks and giggles, and you just put a stop at 82.01. So you're only going to risk $200. That's really all you're going to do. Okay, so that's the real key. Now, something just happened from the standpoint of how I look at the markets, and I'm going to share it with you right now. We're going to get up here and take a quick look at it. Here is the first time now we have broken the 382 here in the Dow Jones. From the low we had back here, there was the 382, and now we're breaking down below that. That could be the first sign that there may be some, possible, maybe even a down day sometime between now and the 4th of July, but who knows? Anyway, it did get below that 382 level, at least for the time being. It might go back above it right away, but that was a pretty good spot. And, of course, we had that 135 pattern. And that's when I'm looking at these markets that are real crazy, I go down to a 13-minute or an 8-minute, wherever I see a nice pattern, and that's what I'm looking at. We had one really great one that just didn't quite work out the way we wanted it. Let's get it up here. This was the gold. Let's get that 13-minute up on the gold. You'll see here, there was our number was right here at 49, and we only got to 47, and then it sort of backed off. It hasn't made that. We still could make that. That still would be a legitimate pattern because here was your Sunday night low. There's Friday's low. Sunday night low didn't take that out, so that was good. You had a little ABCD, and the second ABCD on this will come up to this level right here, Mother, God, and Country. So keep an eye on that one, folks. That would be a really interesting one to look at because this is certainly in a downtrend. There's no question about that. It's we'll watch it very, very close. Let's put this order in just for kicks and giggles. And we'll take a look at that. All right, now let's move on here, and we want to take a look at the soybeans because, hold on one second here. Boy, look at this NASDAQ, folks. Let me show you this NASDAQ last night. You would think this being the leader of the pack, and I was watching this. They couldn't make the 382. There's Sunday night, okay? Sunday night, it rallies up, can't make the 382. The S&P did. Of course, the Dow Jones went off to the moon, but this didn't make it. And look at this. Then you had an ABCD down. Okay, then you had a big rally, and now you're making new lows. I think this NASDAQ must have made some type of high in here, because look, there's your ABCD. Now you got a secondary one coming in here pretty soon here. Well, I think we're already through it. Yeah, we're already through it right now. So we just made new lows on the day from that early morning. So if this is going to hold, it's going to hold right here. Or look out, it could go a great deal lower. Remember, this on the long-term basis, something big has happened here. There's no question about that. You can see we had this big run-up like here, and whether this is going to be a significant top or not, we have to wait and see. Now, let's get back to that 13-minute, because we want to look. Let's do the hourly on this. We want to look for a 382 if there's one out here. See, this is what we were thinking was going to happen. It didn't. So now we're moving it around. We got to go back to the last low we had, which was a major low. Very easy to see. There it is right there on Memorial Day, May 31st. So all we're going to do now is we're going to look at the 382 on this little puppy right here. And that's going to be the big daddy rabbit. That's going to tell you. That's what they used to say at Eli Lilly all the time. Well, that's down here. Another 200 and some points here at 96.37. So, wow, better put that on the list. See, we're already breaking through all these ABCDs on the downside here. You can see that there's that 135 pattern where we're making, back on the Dow Jones. This was this one, and the where you have equal moves in between the two. And this is an hourly chart, so this is a pretty nice one to see. See, there's your first high, there's your second high, there's your third high, and now you can see bye-bye, it's heading down. So this is as close to we got as to a 382 last night. Missed it by about 50 handles, as I recall. There it is right here. The high was only missed it by 18 handles. There it was right there. That's going to give us our next price objective down here, folks. There's your AB. This is almost a 382, close enough. And there it is. There's your 382 on the whole move right there. Watch that for today, because we get below that, then it's going to be trouble in River City big time. So there's your 382 from the May 31st low. There's your ABCD from almost a 382 last night, and that's what we're watching, and we're only 200 points away. I don't know how much the NASDAQ is down, but it must be a considerable amount, I would think, but what do I know? Okay, now let's move over here and take a look at the soybeans first. Let's do corn first, because I made a comment on the corn. Let's get it over here. Get it out of the way. They bounced a little bit off the bottom, but not enough to make too much difference. Oh, I've got to do something here. I've got to put this, set these up into cascading form. Otherwise, I will not be able to find anything. And I do want to find a few things in here. Here is the December corn that we've been waiting for. I said in the video last night that new crop corn was looking much, much worse than the old crop corn. This is December corn. And as you can see here, we went down and we did take out the lows that we made way back in February, and we snapped right back above it. My assumption was buy on the first up close. The first day it closes higher, buy it. We were looking to buy soybean meal. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, in the video that I sent out last night, the thing that I pointed out was the fact that there was a big difference between old crop soybeans, this is July soybean meal, and new crop, which is the December contract, okay, because this was stronger. Now look, just looking at this on the daily chart, you'll notice here that doesn't appear to, look at this. This is really an amazing move here. Remember, we've made new lows here into the new meal, okay? We've made new lows today. Look where we are in July. This is the one you wanted to be buying. It can't even make lower lows than any of these with with all this water coming in here. That's not a bad sign, folks. I mean, this is why buying the meal was the better of the buy. You want to buy the strongest, okay? So I just want to walk through and just show you can see the early morning what it looked like. You see, it couldn't even take out the lows from Friday, okay? Look at that. And there's your 135 pattern. I'll bet you nickel to a donut that was probably exactly 618. It would be my guess. Well, nope, it was exactly 50%. And look what happened when we went through 1.618, folks. Boom, away she went. So it's a big bottom has been made here in the meal for sure. Okay, now we'll get that out of the way, and I want to go back and show you this. This was the soybeans again. This is the December. Now notice the December makes a lower low. July is up here, okay? December is down here, so you want to buy the strongest, and by golly, that's been the thing to do. It made a slightly lower low than yesterday right in here, and now it's had a pretty good move to the upside. Looking at this on the shorter term time frame, you'll be able to see it without too much trouble. Let's see if we have any 382 in here just for kicks and giggles. I don't think so, but we'll just double check here. We have the first move up right here. That doesn't get it, and I don't think this next one comes even close, so we'll take a quick look. But there'll be one coming pretty soon, I would imagine. So watch for that 382 coming down now in the meal, and we will find out if we, in fact, oh, please tell me I'm getting data. Yes, I am getting data. Okay. All right. That's all right. So we're okay there. Okay. Rich Anderson hopefully will be our guest at the break here talking about some of these things. Now, the other one that's one of my favorites, it's not doing very well at all and has not quite made new lows, but it's very, very close. This is the December soybean oil. I'm going to put this up on the daily so we can see it So you can see where we are. We went down, made new lows, okay, and this is where we are now. So we should look, December soybean oil, we should go look and see what the July soybean oil is doing, okay? That would be this one right here. So we're just going to get the daily up on this because you're looking at two different crops. It's just like two different commodities. And here's the soybean oil for July. Now, we made a higher high and we backed off a little bit, but you can see we made lower lows down in here. We didn't do that as of yet. We still might, but it's still quite weak. The leader of the pack has been the meal, and that's the one that's 80% of the value of the soybean. The wheat contract had a big break overnight. Let's just see if it continued to continue down into that format here. We're looking at the December there, and we'll take a look and see if it had a rally yet. Oh boy, this is a daily. No, it hasn't rallied at all. And as you can see, it's almost right near the lows right now. So let's move this up, and you'll see we're still right near the lows. You see, this hasn't done anything at all, and it just looks like it's still going to go down. Boy, that's boy, when these patterns fail, folks, you just can't stand in front of it. Man, they'll really spank you pretty hard, as I have some scars to prove it over the years. Okay, we got that out of the way. We got the soybean oil out of the way. And another one that people have been asking me about, Apple. Yeah, just a minute. I'll get Apple up here. I don't know anything about Apple. Everybody, actually one or two people. Well, it's actually doing pretty good today. It made a lower low in the morning, and then it's rallied back a little bit. This is what it's done so far. We'll look at it on a little smaller time frame. It's getting some positive news here, and you'll take a look here. Oh, let's see what we got here. Maybe this is, guess what that might have been. There's your high right up here. Oh, there's a nice ABCD on the downside, too. There's your 382. And do we have a lucky winner in the room here? Let's just double check here and see what we have here. We've got Michael from Niagara. You want to look at the Euro, Mikey?
Yeah, Larry. Thanks for taking my call. I know you're busy today. It's amazing I got through.
Well, I'm surprised.
I was looking, we've got a French election. We've got 2 rounds coming up. They're on Sundays. First one is on the 30th, and then the second round is the 7th of July. And it's a snap election, and Macron's opponent, Marine Le Pen, she's advocating a Brexit. I guess a Frexit, right? I guess, is it a Frexit, or basically they want to leave the European Union?
You read too much, my friend. Let's talk about the euro here. No, yeah, I really think so. Anyway, look, this is where we are in the euro. We had a little bit of a bounce today. We closed here the other day. We've up about 40 pips is all, but this is with an early morning high. Okay, now the first thing you see that is you've got a high right back here. So this trend is still down big time. Let's just see if that was the one that made the 382. And there was your 382 this morning right up here at 174. Now, if we get above that, then we'll probably go a little bit higher. But right now, we're just hovering on this 78% level to see if it's going to work or not. And it's a coin toss. You could go either way, but that's what you want to be watching in the euro. Now, as far as France and all that stuff, Mike, I don't look at any of that. Their politics is even worse than ours, and ours is impossible. So you're looking at double impossible. So I don't know why. Well, you should. Well, I'm going to close my mouth and remain a fool than to open my mouth and to remove all doubt, or something. Whether that quote was, I think, was Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain, but I'm not sure. Anyway, is that what you were looking for, Mike?
Well, yeah. I mean, is there any hints from the chart on the CAC 40, the French stock market? Maybe there's a hint there. Any
there could be, but the last time that I saw a chart on the French stock market, I was having coffee with Napoleon in Malta right before he died.
Really?
Yeah, that was the last time. I think it was.
You didn't get slaughtered in Russia, did you?
No, I got it. They told me to leave the day before. Yeah, so I worked out okay. Hey, tell me, how are things in Poland, Mike? Are things still okay politically?
My cousins were going to take me to that spot where Napoleon's fleet got slaughtered. They had a special pass, and they had special passes to move to Belarus. But you know what? It was February 2020, and we're just about to have a COVID shutdown, so I had to take the train back to Warsaw.
Okay. But things in Warsaw are still nice?
Huh? Well, you still got refugees. You've got lots of draft dodgers from Ukraine, young, healthy Ukrainian men who are pickpockets and thieves, and they don't want to go back and serve their country.
Okay. Listen, you take care over there, my friend, okay? If you ever get over this way, come visit me. I'll take you to lunch. It's a long way to come for lunch, unfortunately. Okay, we're going to take a break here. Hopefully we'll have Rich Anderson coming up here at the break, so stay tuned, and we'll be let me double check I didn't get the clock up here running yet, and let's just see how it's running. And we're into the break, so we're okay. We're all right there. Get this.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Rich Anderson on the line today. Rich, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing good. Finally stopped raining and got some sunny sides, so we're good.
Okay, now tell us about the weather, Rich. Tell us what you think is. You spend a lot of money on weather reports, so give us your 2 cents worth of what you think's happening with this weather that we have and all this rain across the Midwest.
Well, this rain is not as big as 1993, but it's. I mean, there was massive rains in the prime corn and soybean growing areas of northeastern South Dakota, southwestern Minnesota, northwestern Iowa, northeastern Nebraska. I mean, shoot, in one town, the governor called up the National Guard. They had to rescue 250 people in southern Minnesota. I mean,
wow,
it's consequential, but you know the market's there's a couple things going on. I think, Larry, the market's trading rain makes grain. The March report showed a 6 million acres less planted than a year ago. Some of the traders are thinking that the report this week on Friday, which, you know, last time I was on, I said June 28th is the big deal. Are some of those acres are going to come back? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But, you know, that's what the traders are doing. And that's putting pressure on things. Then the other thing that's putting pressure, a lot of these farmers that have basis contracts, they have to have them priced off the July contract. And that, you know, runs out. You know, they have to have them priced by the 1st of July. So that's putting pressure on, you know, some cash market stuff. Those kinds of things are what's, you know, tracking the market right now. In the wheat market, you know, we've had Kansas City wheat, as an example, down $1.40 in the last 5 weeks. Well, but we're in the middle of harvest, and you know, when you're in the middle of harvest, you always have more available than at any other time. And if you look back, option expiration was last Friday. If you look back, the last time the grains got, you know, made their lows actually was back in March option expiration. So there's, you know, a lot of contracts being traded. But if you look at the assignments last Friday, you know, the beans locked at 11.20. So they, you know, you could decide whether you wanted to take them or not. You know, if they're in the money, you're automatically giving them. If they're at the money, it's your decision. And the professional traders exercised and decided to take a huge quantity of 11.20 beans. And you'll notice this morning the beans are up. Well, you know, the traders know. So that's what's going on. It's all about the weather. Without any massive heat in the forecast, and you know, there's been talk of it. The last time I was on, that it was forecast an 8 to 14 day, and they took that out and they put in more rain. But you know, eventually, if we see a high pressure ridge develop, it'll make things interesting. The southeast is too dry. That's, you know, Illinois in the southern and eastern part of the Corn Belt, it's been too dry, and we've gotten too much rain in the northwestern part of the Corn Belt. And the rain seems like it's going to maybe continue, but I think there's going to be a consequential amount of flooding. I think you'll see crop conditions start to deteriorate, but the guys are still thinking maybe we can find 1 million or 2 more acres of corn in this report, and that's, you know, that's what the bears are planning on. My optimum is for the markets to have a negative report and it doesn't go down, and then the low's been put in. And
that's on the 28th.
I'm looking for when harvest is over 50% done, and you know, it stops going down. That's when the opportunities bring.
Well, that's good, because that's going to be my day trading day, so we'll have some good opportunities there, I would imagine, just because of that volatility.
Now that crop report comes out at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, 12 o'clock Eastern on Friday.
Well, it's been amazing how well the nearby meal and oil and beans, not oil, but beans and meal have held up incredibly well, not even been able to take out last week's lows, although we did do that in the new crop. So that was telling you that there's some demand for the sushi stuff, the tofu that soybean meal makes. So going to be very interesting for sure.
Right. That's by the way, you mentioned the bean oil. The bean oil rallied last week on the ideas, you know, that we're going to stop importing the used cooking oil from China, you know, kind of a tit
They
for
sell
tat thing.
They sell used cooking oil. Who buys that?
Well, there's SAF, Sustainable Aviation Fuel, is the big deal, right?
Okay.
And we're going to use soybean oil eventually, we hope. Right now, the only plant in the United States is using Brazilian sugar and used cooking oil. Imports from Europe are up 377%. Now, if we weren't importing all this cooking oil, soybean oil would be 10, 20% higher.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the one of the. It's kind of like ethanol. That's one of the things that will be a big deal in the future. But that's why you're seeing the bean oil, draggy today. But there's also the meal oil spreaders are doing their thing today too. So that's what's going on.
We appreciate it so much. So we'll have you on again soon. Okay. Anytime you see something you would think you need to know, call us. Okay. You'll always have you on.
I will. You bet.
Okay.
Thanks.
Rich Anderson, folks. Anderson Capital Management. We've got a possible trade set up here. I'm not going to be doing too many of these on this show anymore because I get complaints. Here is there was a 3-drive pattern that we had right here. There was a low we had here. Well, almost made a double low. I wonder if that was a 382. What do you think? Is that possible? There's your low. There's your high. Wow. Maybe there's something to this stuff, Larry. Very interesting, because there's a 382 right here from Sunday night. I saw that one good. Boy, that's pretty good. Okay, this is an ABC we've got going here right now. Let's just get this up here on a smaller time frame, because this is an ABCD. We've got to do this one. There's the old high back in here. Just like if they take an old high like this doesn't mean much. That just means there's stops up here. So you're going to sell it at 81. Let's do it at 81.83. That's 13 cents from where it is right now. And you're going to put a stop at 82.03. You're going to risk $200, because if this doesn't work, it's not going to work right away, and you don't want to stand in front of it. That's the bottom line that you want to be watching here as you're watching this. So the sale is at 81.83. Let's get that in there, 81.83. And the buy will be 82.03. That'll be off the top of this chart, but it would be right up here, 82.03. You don't want to risk more than that. Just like on this one right back here. You had one like this, you don't have to risk much more than that. So let's take a little break, and we'll be right back, 877-927-6648, and take a look at some currencies. Hold on one second.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, we're going to check out something here just for kicks and giggles, because this is how we learn things. There's your 382, came in here, misses it by 2 cents here and 2 cents here. But let's check with the RBOB, and then we're also going to check with the get the RBOB up first, and then we'll do heating oil. Here's the July RBOB. We'll do the hourly on that and see how it reacted. Oh, my goodness, this thing's even more bullish. Holy cow. There's where we are right now. And the last low we had was this big one right here. So let's see if that, clean that out and see if that was a 382. Might be pretty close. Looks like 50% though, actually. It is. 50%, that means that this one is going to be a little bit shy. From that one there to that one there. Ooh, that's not too far away. Came very, very close, and then we had a run. But we haven't gone up as much as the crude oil here. Now, since we've looked at that, we'll have to get Mike Moore on because he really follows these spreads really good. And then we're going to look at the heating oil and see how it's doing. And we'll see here where we are. July heating oil is right there. Get the hourly chart. Oh, there it is. Something spot on. Let's take a quick and see what it was. Get it over here. Yep, there it is right there. There's your big low is right here. There's your big low right. There's your first 382 pattern right here. There's your second. There's your first 382. There's your second 382. Now let's just see how they did since that time. From that level right here, we went from the low up to the high. Didn't make a 382 there. And we didn't make a 382 here either. So it hasn't had a 382 correction as of yet coming off of here, but it came back pretty good here. There's not a clear ABCD here either, so that's kind of tough. So that with the crude oil was by far the easier one to look at it. And also, by the way, folks, if you are going to do this trade, which I'm going to be doing, and this is ideal actually because they should get up here and take these stops out. There's the old high here at 80. What was it? 81, okay? So it takes that out, and you get your stop up here to about 85. It shouldn't get any higher than that. That's where your stop is going to be right above here, 82.22. You're only risking 200 American dollars. That's an ideal setup. Might not work very well, but that's what you'd like to see when you're looking at it. Now, this was a very nice 382 this morning in the crude oil after the high was made. Had to pull back right in here. There's your 382 coming in off of that, and that should tell us where that next pattern should be. And there it is right there. That'll tell you your ABCD pattern should be right there, and we should get up and get to that number right there. So going to be selling at 83 and see if it works. But anyway, that's ideal. My God, look how long this it's been here. It's been here 2.5 hours and hasn't been able to make a new high. We got as high as 75, but hasn't really done it yet. But this is nothing. I mean, this is a huge market, and that can do it, very, very easily. Okay, question about the Japanese yen. 1 second here. I have 2 people ask about that by email. Give me a second, and we'll take a look at the British pound also. Okay, yen. Here's the yen, and I think we're getting up into new high ground pretty soon. I've got to take a nibble at this, folks. If it gets up there at that 160 level again, there it is, right here. There's our old high right back here. Okay, we got all this action here all during May. We haven't made new highs yet, so I think we're going to be getting close. So looking at this on that weekly, we've been here. There's where we were. We didn't back off hardly at all. Well, we did on the first couple of days. We dropped quite a bit. If you remember, we were looking at that. But this has not gone up yet, so it looks like we're getting ready to make another new high up in here. That's why I have my beeper on. I want to see what it looks like when it does that, because I've got this pattern right here. And if I look at that on the daily, and someone has just called in, the lucky rascal, that's not what I want to hear. Skype. Let's get this one here. Hold on 1 second. We've got Keith in from Iowa. From Iowa, they have corn there. Keith, how are you doing? What can I help you with?
Hi, Larry. I was curious about CBOE. If I might explain, I'm in at that 382 that came down here, the 618 that came down towards the end of August.
Is that the exchange itself?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't looked at that in a very, very long time. Hold on 1 second here. Get the daily here and see where we are. Okay, and are you long this?
Yes.
Okay, it looks like it. Wow, is that a 382 there? Let's just double check, see if hold on a second, get that last low, which was probably right here. Where'd you buy it at? I
bought it at a little over 166.
Oh my gosh, you bought it right off the bottom. That's really good. Yeah. That's a really nice one. Yeah, right on the 382. Good job. Wow, spot on. That's very good. Right off of the January low. That's right. That's good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I can't see anything wrong with it. It's in a downtrend basically now for the year. So what we want to do now, since we're together, let's just do it right now because we might be getting close to it. Check and see if you made it 382 on the downside. Watch and see if you make 382 on the upside. And if you did that, there it is right there at 178. Watch that one really close. Okay, because that means, see, we are in a downtrend right now. There's no question about that since January. You bought it perfectly right here. There was a 382 right on the money. And it's had a pretty good down a little bit today. Doesn't mean a lot, but I certainly would not let this thing get below 168 under any circumstances.
Yeah, okay.
If it gives up more than 78% of that, I'd say goodbye.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's what I thought. I just wanted to double check. Would you try to hold out for the 618 on the upside? Is that like
listen, if this thing takes off, just use a trailing stop. I'd use a trailing stop and say, right now my trailing stop would be about 169. I'd leave it there at 169. If we get below that, there's something wrong. Okay, that way you'd lock in a couple of bucks, and then watch how it acts. I'm going to put the beeper in. We're going to watch this for you here at TFNN to make sure if we get there, how it reacts, and maybe we'll get you to call back in again, and we'll see. But right now it's in a downtrend. And it hasn't made the 382. On the last 382 down, you see, it went to the 50% level. We got up to 186 and then had that ABCD to the downside that you were able to buy it right at the 382. So that's what I would be doing. Put your stop at 169 and then have your limit minder. If you want to take out the previous day's high, I want to put that in. That'll tell us we're getting close to 178.69. This is probably a reason all this rain that's coming in here has damaged a little bit of the forecast of how much volume they're going to be doing in the Board of Trade today. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, thank you for calling in. I really like it very much.
All right. Thanks, Larry.
And I sure like watching that Iowa girl play basketball. She's really a good shooter. My goodness, she is totally awesome. Okay, let's move on here. Thanks again for calling in. Oh, we got to pay a few bills here. I think we got the clock on the wall. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back. Hold on.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, we're still strongly higher here in the Dow Jones. It's still up still up 300 points, it looks like. A little under 300 looks now what it looks like. We've got the S&P is now down on the day. NASDAQ is still drifting lower. Remember, we need to see the NASDAQ down at that 382, which is quite a bit lower. We're trading 81.75 in the crude oil. The order to sell it is 81.83. Buy stop 82.23. And we'll see if that one works or not. That'll be the last one I give on the regular thing. I've been asked to save these for the Friday show. The last show we did, I did have 4 losses in a row. None of them were ABCD trades, folks. All of them were 382. They worked for a very short period of time, and then the markets were so strong that we got taken out. But I didn't do one ABCD trade that day. I was a little tired, but that didn't make an excuse for it. I should have had something. We missed a couple of great buys by a hair's breadth, but that's the way trading is all about. So hope you can join me on Friday. We've been 8 out of the 9 days we've done these. Our 10th day will be here Friday the 14th from 9 o'clock till 12 o'clock. So you put that in your quiver and maybe get some arrows and we'll make a couple of bucks. Okay, so that's what we're watching here so far today. I also wanted to mention today was Mr. Steve Shapiro's birthday. He passed away last year, almost within 2 days of his birthday. Steve would have been 81, and sure miss him a great deal. And I lost 20 men a little later than that, so they're dropping like flies over here in Tucson. Anyway, that's what we're paying attention to here today, folks. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. I hope I did it on the right time, Al. If I didn't, you're going to be mad at me. 31 seconds of... No, I didn't. I was 10 seconds at dead time.